Welcome back. I'm Javi, and this is Leaders Recon. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while since I actually recorded or done anything. I've been going through some issues still, with my drone that crashed, and DJI having their issues with our government. I wasn't able to purchase a new drone and the one that I wanted because they're not allowed in the United States. But I did some research, and I've been researching some drones and found a drone that looks a lot like a DJI drone. The app, when you open it, is very similar and familiar to DJI. And it's made by a company called Skyrover, and it's the Skyrover X1. It has omnidirectional avoidances, so hopefully I don't crash this one. And I decided, I just got it a couple days ago, and I figured, why not come out and give it a shot, see how it works. I got a trip next week, and I'd like to test it out before I actually go out on this trip to the COFAs. I know that in the COFAs you're not allowed to fly your drones, but I'm gonna fly my drone around areas before getting into the wildlife refuge. I've also noticed other people who've flown their drones inside of their national refuge, but I don't know. I don't want to take the chance. I might take the chance, but I really don't, just in case something comes back to me, and don't want to take those chances. And so right now I decided, I haven't done a route recon in a long time, and I figured, since now the weather is getting a lot better here in the Phoenix area, I think currently right now outside is 65 degrees, which is awesome. I'm going to take a trip out to this area I've been to before called Robbins Butte, and they have this loop that goes around. It starts and ends at MC 85, which is Maricopa County Route 85. So I figured go out there, take a loop, and I'm going to be using Onyx. And while doing so, I found a cut that shortens the whole route up that I haven't seen before, and I just noticed it on Onyx, and I'm gonna check that route out and see how that is. And I don't know exactly off the top of my head what the name of that particular route is, but definitely when I edit this video, I'll definitely put it on there. Definitely it'll be on the title. So currently on I-10 heading west, and we'll see where this route takes us and how my drone works. I'm hoping this winds up being a lot better than the one I had before. Even though the one I had before was a really good one, it just didn't have all the obstacle avoidances that I preferred. And we'll see how this goes. So I'll catch you out on the trail. Well, here we go. We're gonna start off Robbins Butte Trail. See how this turns out. So we just started off here on this Robbins Butte Trail. It's actually a wildlife area, and we're gonna check out some of these areas out here. So far so good. I only saw one vehicle come in that was ahead of me, but we're gonna see where this trail takes us. It is a weekend, so I'm pretty sure there's gonna be people out here camping, since the weather is a lot better now, whereas before it was too hot for people to come out here. Yeah, there are some people that will come out here and camp. I'm not one of those people. The only time you'll see me come out here is if I bring my trailer with me, because it has air conditioning. But then you're kind of stuck inside your trailer because it's too damn hot to be outside. And I want to be able to sit outside and enjoy the scenery, not be inside of a trailer because it's too damn hot. Right now we've got off here to the left, I see some campers, some people out already camping, but there's a turnoff somewhere here that cuts this route more than in half. That I knew it existed, I just didn't actually try it until I saw it on Onyx, and it was predominantly displayed. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna see where it takes me, how technical this is. Currently, right now, this trail is pretty easy. You'll see that it's pretty much just a dirt road. It looks maintained, kind of washboardish, but it seems like a pretty good trail. When I get to that turnoff is when I'll probably pull out the drone and start testing it out, see how it flies. So until I get to that point, continue enjoying the trail and the video, and I'll talk to you soon. So I made my first turnoff here in Robbins Butte, and I'm turning down this trail where I said I was gonna turn down. It was actually quicker than I thought, and it's called Buckeye Hills Scenic Trail. So let's see how scenic this is. So far so good. It looks good. I'm gonna take my time because I'm gonna set up my drone and fly this bad boy, see how it works. Alrighty, we'll be seeing some drone footages here soon. Catch you on the trail. So, as I said, I'm gonna start doing some videos, and right now, let me show you what I have here. I hear people shooting in the background. Not sure if what's going on, but I know a lot of people do shooting out here. I just got to be careful. So I'm going to show you my drone, see if I could flip this around. I don't think I could. So here's the drone. So that's the new drone. I'm going to get it ready
to fly. So once I connect it, we'll be good to go.
this is actually a nice route. My drone is working phenomenal. I'm loving every minute of it. And I've come across some hunters. I had no clue that there were hunters this close to the Phoenix area. One guy was telling me he's looking for a bighorn sheep, which, you know, they're pretty reclusive out here. I think that's pretty cool that people are allowed to come out here and hunt. This is a wilderness, so it's pretty nice. I'm really surprised that just so close to my house that there is a trail out here with this kind of scenery. It's just wonderful. I'm really fortunate and glad to be out here. It's kind of rough now. The road's kind of getting a little rough now, so I'm kind of slowing down. That's why I decided let me go ahead and speak a little here. But let me get back to this trail and concentrate. Just wanted to give you an update that there are hunters out here and they are looking for bighorn sheep. So just little tidbits for you. Back to the trail. Well, there you have it. That was pretty cool. There was a few challenging areas that I came through that was kind of like, whoa, where'd this come from? Scraped the bottom a couple of times on my vehicle. I didn't air down, so I could just imagine what would happen if I would have aired down. The drone was everything that I wanted it to be. It followed me. I think one time it lost me because I went through some trees and it couldn't find me. Other than that, the drone was awesome. I like the features on it. I wish my other drone had the same features. This one actually has the features where I could pretty much, as it's tracking me, I could tell it where to go, whether to follow me in the front, in the back, on my left or my right side, or it could do halves. So I could do, instead of northeast, south, and west, I could do southwest, southeast, northwest, and northeast. So it was pretty neat. Really liked it. Light drone. I had 3 batteries and I went through all 3 of them, so I got a lot of footage, and it actually lasted a good while. So I'm darn impressed. Skyrover X1 is a very, very good drone. Not that expensive. I bought the Fly More package, so it came with 3 batteries, it came with the remote control, and it came with the drone. The cool thing about the Fly More package is it gives you extra blades, so you have extra blades, a little screwdriver so that you can change out the blades if they get damaged. But hopefully, the way this thing is, I might be lucky, because I don't think I'm gonna hit anything, just because the obstacle avoidances that it has. Like I said, this was a good route. I'm kind of glad I found this. I mean, I've done this route before, but I did the longer loop, the actual Robbins Butte loop. This cut in half, so I would still probably be on the trail. But this was I really enjoyed it. It was a good trail. Definitely is gonna be a go-to trail to go to if I decide I wanted to just escape the house and clear my head. This is a good trail for that. Definitely gonna bring some friends out here that want to go off-roading. It's a good off-roading trail, and there was some hunters out there. I know this is around that season here in Arizona where you have people get drawn for elk and other things. I just didn't know that they drew for bighorn sheep. If that's the case, that's pretty neat, because there was quite a few guys out here that they look like hunters, and then of course I heard some gunshots. So you have to understand that some people, they do it for the sport, others do it because they would want the meat. I don't hunt. I have no problems if I go out hunting with some friends. It's not a problem with me, but actually hunting for an animal, unless it's for pure survival, I don't I don't see the reason behind it. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but that's just my opinion. Put on a uniform to defend those rights for 11 years. So, that's just my opinion. Will I go hunting? Have I gone hunting? Absolutely. But it's just not something that I don't find it something that I want to do all the time. But I give kudos to those guys. I mean, they're out there in the hunt. They're, looking for these animals, and these animals are smart. But I wish them the best of luck, all these hunters out there, because I know, it can feed a family, a large family at that, if you get a decent sized animal. But this trail was good. On the route recon scale, I would give this about a 5-6 for technicalities, because there's some areas that were pretty technical. I've bottomed out one time, and I definitely gotta tighten up my bull bar because I know something's rattling in the front, because I hit the side one time pretty good. I am on a full-size truck, so with that, if you were in a Jeep, you probably wouldn't hit. And I definitely want to get better bumpers to give me more ground clearance in the front, approach angles. So it was a really challenging and awesome route. And with that, I'd like to say to everybody is, if you like this video, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe button, share it with your friends. Like I said, I'm gonna go out next weekend. I'm doing a overlanding veterans trail out in the Kofa National Wildlife Refuge, and I think I am gonna fly my drone. We'll see. It's really nice. So that being said, I'm Javi. I'm Leaders Recon doing a route recon. Leaders Recon out.